Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast, episode 127.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Yeah, so I'm not home right now. I've been at Saber's because I've been watching after his dog. I'll be watching after his dog another weekend, this upcoming weekend. So we're back on a different schedule because we didn't have a POS Podcast the last couple weeks ago. So we're back on
back at it again, the Krispy Kreme.
The other Monday. So yeah, how y'all been this month, September?
Well, I'll start since you haven't seen me in a while, Paleo. I've been busy, Paleo. I've been busy doing stuff, working on videos. I got a friend who's visiting, watching my dog, eating all my food.
Subscriber money. Just hire somebody to watch your dog.
Right.
While you're still in the house.
The ultimate flex on those proletariats.
Yeah. We'll rise up one day. Just give us time.
Putting the pro in proletariat.
Yeah.
But no, I've been well. Just chilling out, enjoying myself, and hearing you talk about all the video game news. So yeah. I'm ready to sit back and hear you guys nerd out about it because it sounds like it's been an interesting month.
It's been a very interesting month. There's been stuff from all of the big three have been showing stuff off. So,
Stadia.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Stadia,
Amazon,
Luna.
Yeah,
the big players.
The titans of the industry.
Yeah. Stadia, Luna, Oya, the big three.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Hero?
Aside from all the stuff that we're going to talk about,
I mean, just what you've been up to this month.
What's your life like?
Yeah, because it's been a while since we had a podcast.
Hey guys, so we haven't made a podcast in a while.
It's just been work. Is it anything, man?
Well, let's try to break it down. How goes things with gaming for you? You've been playing a lot of games.
I've been playing Dragon Ball and Final Fantasy. Yes, I've been playing Dragon. I guess I had to qualify or clarify which Dragon Ball. I've been playing Dragon Ball, bro. Which one?
Super 2 for Super Nintendo. Classic.
Right. No, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14 because I'm just trying to get through this raid tier. And I'm on the last boss. It's incredibly hard. Trying to get the clear. But aside from that, yeah, I've been playing Dragon Ball, and that's about it. I'm taking care of my kitty cat.
How's Lena doing?
6 out of 7 days, because that's what cats do. There's just one day a week where they're just insufferable. But this is how cats are. So yeah, that's been my life. Work, Final Fantasy, and Lena.
There's been this there's this cat that's outside of Saber's place that just comes up to the door, staring inside, waiting for food.
She's gotten used to the schedule where, because I put a chair out there with a blanket, and she'll show up in the morning, get breakfast, and then she'll sometimes come back during the day and just nap. But then she'll walk up to the door and just stick her face right up against the window like that, and just stare in at you, judging until you feed her, and then she'll go away.
Not even a meow?
She'll give me a meow when I walk outside.
Yeah.
She'll back up and she's very apprehensive. I haven't pet her. I don't think I ever will. She just doesn't like to be touched. It's fine. But over the last month, I'll walk outside and she'll meow, and then just one usually.
Just one. It's like suck.
Just one. Here. No, we call her Rosie because she slipped underneath the rose bush sometimes too.
Yeah. Then Tom, what about you?
I don't even remember what happened in September. I can't remember what happened.
You remember what happened in September, the 21st night?
No, just wake me up when September ends.
That wasn't even an intentional reference, but halfway through I was like, wait a minute, I can salvage this. I don't know, just been working on stuff, paying attention to gaming news, going from not caring about next gen at all to being pretty hyped for it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a pathetic consumer with 2 O's. Just you know how it be. Yeah. Sad that I can't pre-order anything, but also probably good because It'll save me
Man, those
money.
RTX cards, like, man, they got they got fucked.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll mention that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been taking it easy. That's all.
Cool. And Jax is going to be a bit late, but we'll ask him once he arrives. But let's go into topics. But before we do, if you have questions to ask,
I'm gonna go get Lammy.
Yeah, if you have questions to ask, the second half of the show we'll answer questions through super chats or on Twitter, so you can use go follow our Twitters and ask us questions there. So I have put a document in the Discord call. Those that are in the call here, and there's quite a lot of stuff that happened between this podcast and the last one.
This dog is huge, Haley.
Yeah, blame Ryan. He put a bunch of stuff on here, like a lot of stuff I even forgot about.
There's 4 pages of.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to go over everything, but I'll go over the big stuff. We'll start with like the reviews of stuff first. And the first thing is Wolfwalkers.
Ooh,
That's a good first thing.
Yeah. So that's a film by Cartoon Saloon, directed by Tom Moore. It's Tom Moore's third feature-length directed movie, because the first one he did was Secret of Kells, then he did Song of the Sea, and now this is Wolfwalkers, which they're all based on Irish.
Breadwinner, right?
What about Breadwinners?
Yeah.
Breadwinners wasn't directed by Tom Moore, but he did produce.
Oh, he produced. Okay.
Yeah, you can tell because like Breadwinners doesn't quite look the same as Secret of Kells or Song of the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Has a slightly different style to it. Still looks good though, and Breadwinner is a good movie. The Breadwinner, not Breadwinners, which is the Nickelodeon show about the ducks. Don't confuse those two.
Screw that up.
But yeah, Wolfwalkers, like the previous 2 Tom Moore directed films, based on Irish like mythology and folklore, and this is about people who can change into wolves, but not like a werewolf. It's more like they go to sleep and they have a manifestation of the wolf that they control, which is a pretty neat thing. Where it's like, oh, you go to sleep, you control a wolf. So
That's
Well, there's-
Go ahead.
I like that there are rules to it, like, and those rules actually have a big part of the story with how things go down. So, cool dynamic.
yeah.
Without spoiling anything, I'm jealous that they can go to sleep and continue living.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I disagree. There's some times where I'd be like, I want to just shut my brain off and reset, even if it's for an hour. Like, just give me a moment to reset.
Could you
I can-
sleep as the wolf then? Just double sleep.
You just keep going back and forth.
Double sleep. All right, double sleep.
Wake up either incredibly relaxed or like you have a hangover. One of the two. I don't know. It was a really good movie. I love the art style in Tom Moore. The art style in Tom Moore's movie is just absolutely fantastic. I was watching it with my college group of friends, and I was like, "Look, these 2 girls gotta stop being so cute. They were just cute the entire time."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Y'all need to chill with that." Good movie. It's hard to talk about it without
without like spoiling
things.
anything about it. I'm just gonna
Right.
say, like, if you like Secret of Kells and Song of the Sea,
You're gonna like this
you're
one.
gonna like this one. I don't like it quite as much as Song of the Sea, though, like,
It's in the middle for me.
yeah. But it's been a while since I've seen Secret of Kells, so I'd have to rewatch that one.
It feels bad saying like Secret Kells is my least favorite because it's still a fantastic movie, but I just like the other 2 more.
Then let's move on to, I guess we'll go to another movie here. Let's talk about Made in Abyss. Dawn of the Deep Soul. Which it was originally
Tom,
going.
did you see it?
I did not. I was gonna watch it with you guys, but it got rescheduled to a time I couldn't check it out with you.
It was originally going to come out in April, before, everything happened. Like in the U.S. Which that would have been an uncomfortable like theater experience, I think. After seeing it, I'm like, nah, this would have been weird to see with an audience.
Yeah.
Especially family.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
Let's go
watched
take
it.
your dad to go see Made in Abyss.
Tom, without
So,
spoiling anything, it's a lot. There's
Is
a
it
lot.
is it
It's a
exactly
lot.
what I would expect it to be? based
No,
on
it's
the
more.
series? It's
It's
worse.
more.
It's even worse. I mean,
Yes.
it has a subtitle that sounds like a FromSoft game, so I would expect it's just nothing but suffering.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's a lot of
slap that on a
suffering.
Dark Souls expansion pack, and I would buy it. You know, it sounds about right.
It was uncomfortable. Like I wouldn't classify this as a spoiler, and I'm really picky about spoilers. There's just some like it was uncomfortable in your traditional Made in the Abyss uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
and then I don't know. There was just some like how Made in the Abyss does the little children jokes or whatever. There were just some children jokes that were just a little just too uncomfortable for me, and it just didn't need to be in the movie. And I was just like, can we
Yeah.
stop doing that? Like this, the story of Made in the Abyss is so amazing. I was like, it has no reason to do these little kid jokes at all. Like, please just get rid of that. But the movie is good. The story is good. It's just like I had a little trouble enjoying it because of those aspects of the movie.
Yeah.
Took me out of it.
And I can definitely see why they made this part of the story is as far as adapting from the manga into a movie, because there's a lot of focus on a certain character.
Mm-hmm.
The show itself does not hold its punches, and I guess funny enough, I will go up to bat against why you all think it doesn't work. I think it does. I think there's a bit of information of what we know about this artist that kind of taints my mind, where I'm like, ugh, like you're creating bias for me to be against you with how you portray these events. But I want to maintain the perspective of the Abyss is this place of absolute fucking dread. Like, not just from the monsters or the powers or whatever, but the humans that go down there are very evil or deranged or whatever. You have to be to survive. So I don't know. I don't want to get too much into spoilers or whatever, but to me, it feels on brand with just the overall dread and uncomfortable, disturbing experience that is the Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like this movie and this doctor and everything that he is no exception to that, especially because he's not from the Abyss. He's a human who went into the Abyss, and you can see how this place has warped him. But yet this is a human making those decisions. So yeah, I don't know. I full on unsettling creepiness, but also this air of curiosity, where it's the great unknown. And that's my favorite part of Made in the Abyss, is just this world of unknown. You don't know what's around the corner, but you can probably believe it's going to be dreadful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you could enjoy it in that manner.
That being said, it is disturbing what you're talking about in particular. That was funny enough, when after a few days of us watching the movie, I think you or Paleo, or I think all three of you all brought it up on your own. And I was like, yeah, that stuck out to me the most too. Funny enough, that one
particular scene.
That one scene that with the device, I was like, yeah, that seems very specific, but could work in the setting, but also seems very specific. And there's something about it where everything else in the movie, I'm like, it doesn't seem unbelievable, because I might go into this world. It's this is supposed to be a messed up world. It's supposed to be just absolutely awful. But that moment, I was like, that was a bit particular.
Don't get me wrong, I still love Made in the Abyss. It's still definitely my second favorite anime. Storytelling is way too damn good.
And now I have to listen to the soundtrack from the movie, so I can, because after I first watched Made in the Abyss, I listened to the soundtrack on repeat for a while. Because Kevin Penkin just has an amazing talent for his OSTs.
Right at the end of the movie, just that song. I can't say in particular what was happening with it. Near the end of the movie, after a particular song, I was just like, oh my god, lad!
Also,
you are so good.
Just the idea of them being okay, here goes our journey, continuing onward. And I mean, this shouldn't be a spoiler, but like they are still continuing onward to the bottom of the abyss. And it's like you're seeing the map, and it's like, wow, level 5 of 10. Fuck.
I thought we knew how deep the abyss was, but my friend asked when we were watching the movie, she was like, how deep does this go again? I was like, I think it's 7. And then I looked it up. I was like, oh, we don't know.
I like that though. Again, it's kind of like the bottom of the ocean where we're like, we can venture a guess, but we don't really know. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. Good music, by the way.
Yes.
You know.
100 levels. Yeah, right. It goes through and it comes out in China or something.
All right. Next thing. Something that me and Saber actually watched together. And that was Camp Cretaceous on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm a Jurassic Park fan and World fan, and I like all the sequels and everything, so I'm pretty biased. But I was surprised that Saber actually liked it. Like
I liked it a lot. Funny enough, not a ton. It's one of those things where my expectations were low because Jurassic Park as a franchise can be very hit or miss. Now, there are moments in Jurassic World where I feel like the producers are like, we know what the people want. They want big dinosaurs fucking up people and other dinosaurs.
Like the end of the first Jurassic World. Like, that's like, oh, that is like what people want. Like,
that's what I was straight up cheering. Like, yeah, monster fights, essentially. And here's the thing, though, is Jurassic World on a thematic level is a lot more, cumbersome compared to Jurassic Park. Because Jurassic Park's more like, man, this is humanity trying to control it, and are we?
It's also like a very anti-capitalist movie with like, you shouldn't like do this for money. Like,
yeah. There's a lot more of a message to it of like man trying to control nature and rolling with the punches, and in that regard, it feels a lot more deep and it's saying more. Which makes sense because it's based on the book or adapted from the book, of course. Yeah. But Jurassic World's like, we're doing it again, but it's more stupid this time. Like, but don't worry, they're dinosaurs. It's like, say no more. Say no more. I'm in. Camp Cretaceous has a pretty solid cast with these different characters. I like it.
One of the biggest concerns I mentioned in my review is that the cast of characters are mostly kids, which kids in the Jurassic Park franchise haven't really been the best characters. Like, even in the first movie, that's what a lot of people complained about, was the kid characters. But for this, they're surprisingly well written. Like, some of them aren't too much, but like for the most part, is like, oh yeah, I actually care about these characters. I think.
Well, they have to, Bailey, because they're the main characters.
Yeah, but it seems like because it's a series, you spend more time with them, you get to know them. So, where with kid characters in the movies, you only have like maybe 2 hours. And like not even like the complete 2 hours. So.
Well, the kid characters in the first movie are solid, kind of a little bit annoying, but that's how you get Jeff Goldblum stealing the show along with Dr. Alan Grant as a character and then Dr. Hammond. But the kids in Jurassic World, the first one of the new trilogy, forgettable, absolutely forgettable. I'll wait because Jax might be able to wait on this stuff.
Oh yeah, Jax, you're just in time. We're talking about Camp Cretaceous.
Oh, I watched that. That show was surprisingly good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, were you just finishing on it, or like?
No, we
just
kind of started on it.
Okay, so
because we were talking about like the characters and how like at least with me and Saber, they were surprisingly like well-written characters for the most part.
Well fleshed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, my what I was expecting was pretty low. So the fact that they were able to provide decent characters with enough variety and like reasons for me to care about them, like, okay, I'm interested. There were some parts where I'm like, that's a bit weird. There's a certain twist where I'm like, really? Oh, cats.
Yeah, how'd you get through that sort of thing?
Yeah, like how you do that, or when they talked about that one character why she was on the island, I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. But it all being said, it could have been much worse. And I was enjoying it. I was even like, oh, that's the scene from Jurassic World where that's happening. I can kind of draw the parallels.
So it was going on the same time, right?
Yeah, because Camp Cretaceous goes on like a little bit before the Jurassic World happens and when the incident happens with the Indominus Rex.
Right. Yeah, okay, yeah, because in my opinion, I know you should finish that up. When I watched it, I was just like, okay, I'll just have it on as background noise and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, yeah, this is a pretty, all right show. I mean, like the dinosaurs look cool enough. So I thought it was decent. And then like the cliffhanger at the end happened. I was just like, well, fuck, I gotta keep watching now. Okay, what happened? And then like the cliffhangers kept getting me, and I was just like, shit, man, you got me again. Because I thought I was really just going to turn it off. And then, like, when the first motherfucker got it, I was just like, oh, shit, they're actually getting people in. I didn't know they were going to do that in the show. Like, I was just like,
get eaten.
Yeah, and the first person get eaten, very fitting for Jurassic Park. I don't have to say anything, chat. You already know who it is. Yeah, so it's just like one of those sort of things. I was just like, it works so much better, like, in my opinion, because it's like, okay, you can't obviously show a dinosaur munching someone on a kid's show like that, but like what they do is they just like go off in the background. You hear the screams, like
you hear the screams and also the bone crunching. Yeah,
exactly. So it's just like, oh, so your imagination does worse for it. But I was like really getting captivated into it. And then like there were certain like moments where I was just like, oh, I can see why this character is like this. And then like there were certain moments where I was just like, I hope you get it. And then after a while I was like, you know what, you ain't that bad. And then like I like how like they were like going through certain things, but again, like, what the fuck was up with those counselors, dude? Like, why the fuck would you like leave them alone? Like, cause like, first off, I'm not even trying to be like weird or anything about that, but like the first thought is like, okay, so you're gonna leave all these kids in this room with each other, and it's just like, all right, they're around that age, and kids that age are, you know what? And I'm just, that was the first thought. I was just like, no, you need someone there. Like I was thinking about it, like as a parental figure, like you need someone there for that. And also it's just like, you're letting these kids walk around in this area. Like when they freaking were like cleaning up the poop, right? Like they're just like, oh yeah, let's go away and clean up the dinosaur. They didn't clean up any poop. It's just like, what was that job? Like, what was that job? Like, okay. And it's just the whole thing. There were so many times where I was just like, why are you letting these kids like stay by themselves like that without anything watching them or any cameras like on them specifically, just like that? It's just, there are just so many things like that. But besides that, I thought it was cool. I thought all the kids were pretty likable, except for like one or two where I was just like, but then like they kind of grew on me. Though one of them, I was just like, all right, kid, I don't even know why the fuck you came here. Like you were really just a little bitch. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry. It's just like,
just chime in what you're saying. Like there's a scene where a certain character escapes their lodge for the night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if this was a proper park, like there'd be no way.
Yeah,
absolutely no way you'd be getting out. There'll be every door we watch with camera and security guard, because like I say this knowing that like the entire theme of Jurassic Park is man's ignorance, where things slip under the radar or we're too proud to realize what's actually happening. But in that regard, dude, there are church counselors who'd have a sharper eye watching these kids than
exactly.
Yeah.
People.
Could you imagine like if that one person got fucked up by the certain dinosaurs? Just like, you let this kid somehow get into a cage with no, cancel. All of you are going home right now. I don't care.
Well,
all right,
that's
this
the
whole
end
thing
of the
is
Camp Cretaceous trial. We're never doing this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
That's why they only allowed. That's why they only allowed one of the kids to have a phone, because she was a YouTuber.
Yeah, that's a stupid thing. That is the stupidest thing ever. One of you can have a phone. So if like Miranda over there gets kidnapped by a pterodactyl, like are we just supposed to wait for YouTube girl over there with 20 million subscribers to be fine? They're like, okay, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I love that her name was Brooklyn, because me and Jem were thinking, like, oh my god, it's Jem's daughter. She's gonna grow up to be a YouTuber with like 27 million subscribers, and
she's gonna dye her hair
because she's from Brooklyn.
Oh god, that'd be good.
They said 27 million subscribers or whatever, or 20 whatever. I was like,
yeah, exactly.
And
eat crow, motherfucker.
Tom, you'll love this. So there's this girl character, like Zoomer, 16-year-old, like Uber YouTuber or whatever,
and
or
TikToker.
And she's like, hi, how's it going? A typical normie, like girl on TikTok talking into her phone.
Yeah.
And throughout her entire thing is she's has to get more daring footage because she wants to shut up the haters in her comments, because they're like, wow, bored, leaving, unsubscribing, and she's like, "No, I can't let this happen. I have to go almost die now in order to keep my subscribers." And
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
It was silly. It was funny. It was silly. And then like that whole like thing with like I'm glad like the whole I'm just gonna say I'm glad that the black kid wasn't just like the token kid with
Thank
like
you.
stereotypes or stuff like that. It's just like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I ain't
he's
doing
like the
this
main
now.
character.
It's just like, yeah, he's the main character. He's intelligent. He'll tell you like, oh, this is a brachydolodon, and this is what it does, and this is how it does this for you. And it just like, oh, and this is a Godzilla's triceps, and whatever it does, and it's just like telling you all these. I don't make a paleo matches.
He reminds me of Craig from Crick of the Creek. Funny enough.
Yeah, he does. At first I thought he was
Like,
the same voice actor because he sounded similar.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I love that kid. Like I honestly like his whole story, like, and then the whole like his backstory stuff. I thought that was like really well done. I was like, oh, that's touching. And so like I just I thought it was like just really cool. Like he was going through and being intelligent and like being like, no, let's get through this together and stuff like that. And then yeah, for the most part, I liked him. I like most of the kids. The Asian one took a while to grow on me because he was just an asshole through the
Yeah.
entire thing. Like he was just like, okay, dude, just shut up, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I enjoyed it, especially as a
Yeah.
Jurassic Park fan.
Yeah, I'd say it was better than Extinction.
The what?
Well, what was the second? Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom. Yeah.
Fallen Kingdom was so not good.
That was boring in my.
Let's see. I'm gonna go over some other stuff before we go into stuff because I know Tom will really talk about some stuff with that.
Yeah, boy.
Oh,
I
here's
can
some.
contribute to those things.
Yeah. Apparently, Pony Life. You know that show? It just finished its season, by the way.
Wait, a season?
Yeah, because it had
It's
like,
actually
it had like its equivalent to like 26 episodes, like half hour.
Already?
Yeah.
so. It's got it's like only 13-minute show, and those 13 minutes are split in half.
Yeah.
So like this each episode. Is that counting like? Is there like 12 episodes, and then they're like this, or is it? Like-
It's weird, but yeah, Pony Life airing is going to be airing in America soon, or the U.S. because like it's airing
Really?
in Canada on Teletoon, I think. But yeah, Pony Life is going to be airing in the U.S. on YouTube, which I called it, I guess, because with the short 5-minute segments, I was like, this seems like a web series. So yeah,
Right.
it's showing on YouTube exclusively. So
Okay. And then when does G5 start? When after that movie?
sometime next year, maybe.
Okay, so how many seasons would this Pony Life go on for? Like 2, I guess.
Maybe 2. I'm not sure if they're doing a second season or not, but they might.
I feel like if you had a season of Pony Life, and then like you've already wrapped up the main goat series, that was awesome, and then you finish like with Pony Life, and it's just like, okay, how many seasons of Pony Life are we gonna do? All right, fine. Like what's the
Ryan
on
said
that
it's
one?
not Teletoon, Treehouse. Show our channels respect, boy.
Show channels respect. They do have a season 2 announced for
For
2021.
2020.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that would be the final one then, because I don't feel like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. Then once that movie comes out, we'll have those, and then
Yeah.
it's gonna be weird.
There's a
Hope
bunch
y'all
of
enjoy that movie.
interesting stuff as far as movies go. The Croods 2, that was like we had nothing about it, and suddenly we got a trailer and a release date. It moved up to November rather than December because I guess they want to compete with Soul, which Pixar is releasing.
Mhm.
And both of them, I guess, are going to theaters. I'm not sure if that's a good idea though.
Yeah, this time
'Cause
especially.
there's still a lot of cases in the U.S., even though theaters are opening, and it's going to be insane around November time when everybody's trying to visit family and stuff. Cases are going to surge again. That's
Yep.
what I'm thinking.
Absolute insanity.
Even
Insanity.
if there are people who are like, I'll go to the theater, I'm not afraid, you're still losing a massive chunk of audience who's uncomfortable. They don't want to go.
Yeah,
I would know. I'm one of them.
it's so crazy when we were talking to Viva. Like Viva was like, "Still have COVID."
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That
like-
is so ridiculous.
Like Australia freaked out when they had like 50 cases in the entire country. We had 55,000 a couple days ago.
Yeah.
There was what was it now? Like Europe's closing down in fears of Wave 2. And I saw someone post be like, don't have to worry about Wave 2 if Wave 1 never ends.
Oh god.
Lemmy keeps going all around the place. You want to get him?
Yeah, I'll get him.
But yeah, the Croods 2 is kind of weird because it's like they're finding like another group of humans that are more advanced, and I don't know. It seems like it might just be a repeat of this movie from the plot, if anybody remembers the first movie, that is. Because I'm not sure who was asking for the second Croods.
No one.
I barely remember it, so I'll have to rewatch it when I do see Croods 2 in theater.
Did you ever watch the cartoon for it?
I did. I don't think I've seen like any of the DreamWorks like cartoons that were based on the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, Saber says it's pretty.
Okay. Yeah.
Then oh yeah, we had a trailer for WandaVision, which that's going to come out first rather than Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the trailer because I don't want to really get spoiled with it because I'll just watch it.
Yeah.
And then there was also a trailer for Mandalorian season 2. Same thing. I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to get spoiled by anything. But
Yeah.
oh yeah, there was the trailer for Dune, which that looked interesting. I showed it to my dad when I was still at home. And yeah, he seems interested in it. It has like Dave Bautista in it as in
Everyone loves Dune. Everyone, yeah, that's like a classic movie. Everyone's always like talking about when I like go online. They're always just like, "Oh, Dune's so great, man." And they talk about that damn worm.
Yeah. It's from the same director of Blade Runner 49. That was really
okay.
good.
So you can trust it.
Yeah. It comes out in December, I believe.
Does it though?
Yeah, does it?
Yeah, it does it though.
Coming to theaters.
Another trailer here. Remember last time when we talked about the Resident Evil live action series that was going to come to Netflix?
Yeah, what happened to that? You done?
Apparently there's another Resident Evil series coming to Netflix, but it's not live action. It's animated, CG animated anime, called Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, and it's canon to the games, and it focuses on Leon and Claire.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That
That's
could be less bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe.
Because
Possibly.
from the description of the like live action one was kind of weird.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see, Animaniacs. That's actually coming out in November.
Oh, it's actually coming out now.
Yeah. The
Actually coming out.
and it had a little teaser.
Actually coming out.
I guess we can talk about some of the video game stuff. First, I'll talk a little bit about Mario 3D All Stars because that came out, and I've been playing through it while I've been at Sabres. I finished 64 in Sunshine, just like beating the games, not completing them. And now I'm on Galaxy, and it's fun to revisit the games.
Good.
Keep mine in.
I thought you were about to say it's a good game. I was like, of course, you played them already.
Yeah.
know that.
I mean,
Mario.
it's like it's very strange, I guess, that like they're good games. The upscaling is nice, but like when you're like out greeting Activision, like that's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
You know, like that's pretty incredible. Like Activision's like, here is like Spyro remastered and rebuilt entirely for $40, and here's it again with
Yeah.
Crash. And Nintendo's
Like-
like, what if we did nothing
Yeah.
and sold it for $60?
I know.
And then
I
made
talked
a
about it
limited
last time.
time release, so everyone would buy it. Yeah, and then it worked.
Yeah, I know. I talked about it last time, where I'm like, that's my biggest issue with that it's a limited release. Like,
My biggest
I-
issue is they took out So Long Gay Bowser. Like 0 out of 10 automatically.
Hey, but now it says bye. Get it? Bye. Like paleo bye.
I don't care for this fake progressivism. Nintendo's trying to peddle here. All right. Fuck you, buddy.
Yeah. But oh yeah, me and Saber were actually at Target getting some stuff. And I did see some copies of the All-Stars there, so it might not be as limited as people think. Just look at a
I don't
store.
think it's limited.
Yeah.
I think it's just they're just gonna stop selling it eventually. Because they're Nintendo and they gotta do something weird.
Yeah. But speaking of Nintendo, I guess we'll go over the direct stuff next. Because there was a few things that happened. There was a partner showcase, which I know Hero. There was a lot of games in there for him.
It was made for me.
Yeah.
A lot of Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Did you guys know I liked Monster Hunter? Bet you didn't know.
What?
Third big
Yeah, I know.
ramblings.
You're a sadist who likes messing up people's homes when they've
Yeah.
done nothing to you. Breaking
Hero,
into
I have a question, Hero. As someone who's never played Monster Hunter and knows nothing about it other than there are monsters and you hunt them. That's about what I know about the series. Why is Monster Hunter Stories so gorgeous and Monster Hunter Regular is so ugly? Why
I
is
guess
the
it
spin-off
depends.
10,000 times more aesthetic than
I
like,
guess it depends on the aesthetic that you like. I mean, I guess I think even if I wasn't nostalgic for it, I would still nostalgic. Yeah. Even if I wasn't nostalgic for it, I think I'd still like the way normal Monster Hunter looks more than Stories. I don't know. I like the more
game.
serious one.
and then Monster Hunter Stories is like, hey, look, it's like cell shaded and there's like cool art style.
What is nice about Stories 2 is that it looks a whole lot better than Stories 1. Stories 1 I thought looked ridiculous, but Stories 2 looks nice.
Like,
Yeah,
Stories 2
looks
looks gorgeous. I was like, I
Yeah.
want to play that. That looks fucking cool.
But am I supposed to rant about Monster Hunter now? Is this
Yeah,
is this
go
the
ahead.
time?
And any other games that were in
Red
that
pill me on
direct.
Monster Hunter. Go for it.
Wait, you want me to sell you on Monster Hunter?
I don't know. Just tell me why it's cool. Tell me why you're
Oh,
hyped.
okay.
For it. Get me excited. Let me feel.
I don't think
the
you'd
hype.
like Monster Hunter. That's what I wanted to say. Like,
I don't know. I
one
mean,
of the games that
would
you're-
would you compare Monster Hunter to Souls games at all?
Yeah, which is, I mean, don't you not like Souls games?
They have our ups and downs. Bloodborne.
Yeah, because I know Tom's
You
played.
want monsters in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, first of all, I'm glad. I mean, we have this coronavirus, so maybe I won't even get to experience it in the way that I want to when it actually releases. If COVID stays around for a while. But it's nice that Monster Hunter is back on a portable system. I mean, like, World looks really nice, and I enjoyed playing World for what it was, but I did miss ease of just like taking a handheld to someone else's house and just having a party of like 3 or 4 people just sitting there in the same room yelling at each other. That's like part of the appeal of Monster Hunter, at least in my opinion. So it's super cool that it's on a handheld system again.
We just lost all the Zoomers. They have no idea what you're talking about. Local multiplayer. No.
Later. I want to talk about that local multiplayer. But yeah, there's this new mechanic where you have this little, I forget, slingshot bug,
wire bug?
not slingshot, but wire bug. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sick as fuck.
Yeah, but it's interesting because Monster Hunter is this game about like positioning and getting punished for having incorrect positioning. And you know, if you can get like above the monster, then you have a chance of mounting them, and then you can take them down and get big damage. What's interesting though is that you just get a free jump every 20 seconds. That's how often you can use this wire bug. I'm like, like I'm sure they're gonna make it work, but just to like my old Monster Hunter head, I'm just like, that seems like a lot. Like every 20 seconds you could just jump on this monster and potentially take it down for big damage. Like, I mean, there is dimension.
I just loved in the fucking trailer for Rise, where it's like the dude with the big fucking great sword thing, and he just like jumps forward and then uses the wire bug to like dodge backwards and then like jumps off from the air and does like a fucking
Yeah, it
down
looks like there's gonna be a
really
lot more
fun.
movement in this game.
Oh,
Aerial
you
movement,
can,
yeah.
you can style on guys. I'm down. I'm interested. All right.
Right. It looks like a lot of fun. I just like 20 seconds to me just seems like really fast, but I don't know. I haven't played the game.
Yeah,
It
like-
might work out being fantastic.
The only Monster Hunter game I played was Try, and like that was a more traditional Monster Hunter before World came out, and with that one, it almost feels like you're controlling a tank because of how heavy you are, and just trying to get to a certain position to hit the monster.
Right, which is definitely not for some people.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's an annoying movement to some people. To me, I like it because it feels like your movement is very like it. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like
It feels good. It feels
your
good to hit
positioning
things.
Yes, it feels good to hit things because you know that you positioned well and you positioned well ahead of time.
If it's anything like Souls, it's like a very intentional game instead of like a reactive game, like a Devil May Cry.
Absolutely, it's the same kind of deal. So just because Monster Hunter is so position heavy, anything that it adds to like, change the positioning, I'm just like, that scares me. I'm like, please don't ruin this franchise that I love so much. But like even in World, they changed some positioning stuff, and it still worked. So I have high hopes that they know what they're doing. But yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
I was watching some videos on Rise because I was interested because like my friend Nathan is like a huge Monster Hunter guy. He's always like, when are you gonna stop being a bitch and play Monster Hunter with me? And I'm like, when I have 1,000 hours to spare, I guess. So never.
Right.
And he's like, I'll buy you the one that's on Switch right now. Just play Monster Hunter with me. I'm like, I don't have the time. But I was just like interested in checking this out because I'm like, oh, they have little wire bugs. Now you're speaking my language. And the kind of consensus, I guess, was like, this is going to feel very different to people who have experience with World, because I guess World changed a lot of mechanics.
Absolutely.
And this one looks more traditional.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because I was considering starting to play Monster Hunter World when I get Game Pass, which I'm sure we'll get to later. But now I'm just like, if I'm going to try out Rise, maybe I shouldn't play World first. I
mean, it's just a different game. You'd have to learn it regardless. World is still a very good game.
Yeah, and then Stories. I guess Stories is more like an RPG with a big focus on story, obviously, because of the title.
Could you imagine if Stories wasn't focused on story?
I know, right?
Select your character! And I see Jax back there.
Is that all joke here?
Yeah. Also, you got a dog. I don't know what else to say about
that.
Like,
I'm hyped. You get to ride a dog and
and you can forgo a palico for a second dog. I'm like, yo,
dog. 2 dogs.
Just call it a dog. I've sold. I'm excited. It looks like fun.
Yeah, and then there's some other things in the direct. I know they showed footage of Rune Factory 5.
Like this direct was actually made for me.
Because like I was looking at footage of it because like there's been a couple of Rune Factories that I've wanted to get into, but I just never got them. Because I saw them, I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool, but I just never bought them. But this one looks like I'm interested.
Right. I hope that it's as different because a big part of the reason I like Rune Factory 4 is because it's pretty difficult. That game is pretty dang hard. So like for like a farming game, for like the dungeon part of it to be so difficult, I was like, that's unexpected. But like I like the farming sim part of the game, and I also like difficult content. So that game is perfect for me. Maybe I should have like a difficulty setting so that like people who aren't as good at games as me could have fun too. Like, right? I was like, how do I say this without sounding like a?
Wow.
I know.
Throwing shade over.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't get Monster Hunter.
you fucking peasants over there who aren't as good at video games as me might be able to enjoy this game.
Throw an FPS at me. Everyone on this planet is better at FPS than me, so don't like. Look.
You need a high IQ to enjoy Rune Factory. You know?
And then let's see, Balan Wonder World. I keep
Is
wanting
it
to say
Wonderworld?
Wonderland.
Is it really Wonderworld?
Yes, Wonderworld. It's not
Oh.
Wonderland. I keep wanting to say Wonder. It's like a Mandela effect with that game, where it's like, wasn't it called Wonderland?
Wonderland.
It was
Adventures
Bland
in Wonderland?
Wonderworld. It's from the same people that like made Knights and also designed like the first Sonic games.
It's so apparent too. You just look at the collectibles in that game, you're like, oh my god, it's nice.
Yeah. It looks like my kind of game. I like platformers like that. So
It looks fun. All the different costumes, they give you all the different effects. I'm like, yo, yeah, that's my jam. Please sign me up.
yeah. Then I know there's probably some other stuff like Disgaea 6. Yeah, that was another one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Looks so fucking good.
it looks so good. It looks
Oh
so
my God.
good.
That art style is on fuck. I've always really loved the aesthetic of Disgaea. I like bought the whole series like during like a couple months ago. I haven't started
really?
it yet, but like I want to play it. And this one comes out, and I'm like, whoa, this looks like incredibly cool.
So
I want to do 1 quadrillion damage.
I guess it's Disgaea. I've always called it Disgaea, so just help me out. But like the problem with Disgaea is that they didn't have this problem in 1 and 2 and 3, but like 4 and 5 they started getting out of control. Where there's this humongous part of the game where you can create your own character and like whatever class you want them to be and level them up. And that's fun, but you can only have 10 characters on the battlefield. So in Disgaea, called it Disgaea. In Disgaea 1, you get like Laharl, Flan, Etna, and like, dang, actually you do get a lot of characters. You get Captain Gordon and Jennifer and the I forget his name. So that's 6. 6 out of your 10 slots are taking my main story characters. You probably want to use because they're like important in the story. So you have 4 characters out of this vast range of like character creatable like classes, and like it got worse as the series went on. They just kept giving you main story characters. I'm like, look, these characters are cool, but I want to create my own character. Like, so I hope this game gives you like 4 cool characters. Just make the story about them, and let me make the other 6 out of like 100 options that I have.
Now you can have 20 characters.
Oh, they up the amount of characters you could have. Oh, that would be a cluster. Fuck. So I didn't want to curse or whatever. It would be like that'd be a lot. You think the game would still feel good if you could have 20 characters on field though?
I have no idea. I've never played it before.
Oh,
I have no idea. I have no idea what that improves the balance.
I forgot you said you hadn't yet. Yeah. I would be cool with it going up to like 12. I think 12 would be like, okay, that's a lot of characters, but we can handle it. But any further past that is a little too much.
We can now have 1 quadrillion characters.
Oh, yeah, that's excellent. But yeah, PS6. I'm excited for it. Also, the guy might be a demon, but he's like a zombie this time. I'm like, oh, like actually interesting. He's not just demon. He's like something different.
The idea that they were saying in the trailer where like every time he dies, he gets stronger or something. That was kind of interesting. I wonder what that mechanic's going to be like.
Yeah, that's weird. I've never been crazy about mechanics of when you die, you get a benefit, like in any game ever. But whatever.
It'd be just interesting to see what that actually means.
Yeah, and then one of the other things was Ori. Ori and the Will of Wisp, when the partner showcase showed, it was like, oh yeah, that's out on the Switch now. So the second Ori game. So both Ori games on the Switch, and then they revealed like a physical edition with like a bunch of cool stuff in it, with both games. But soon after all that it was like $150 or something with that stuff, with like the cool case and everything. That sold out immediately. So,
right.
Yeah.
How much money was it again?
Huh?
150
$150.
It was 150. Yeah, it was so much. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, but they're going to be releasing
like
them individually
thing
later
selling
next
out.
year.
Oh, man.
I have never bought. Is that true? I have never bought a special edition of a game ever.
Really? I
Yeah.
bought a couple.
Mm-hmm.
I got the special edition of Xrd because of course I did.
I wonder what it would take for me to buy a special edition.
I got the special edition of the Shadow of the Colossus remake because it wasn't too much more than the regular one, because the regular one came out at $40. So I was like, well, I'll just go to the $60 for the special edition.
Being a Guilty Gear fan in 2013 was brutal. I pre-ordered the special edition of XR at GameStop, and then the day that came out, I went there to pick it up. They're like, "What game is that?" And I had to go to 3 other GameStops just to get the fucking thing I ordered because they didn't even have it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you bastard.
Something I did pre-order recently was the limited run release of the Game Boy Color reprint of Shantae, of the original Shantae on Game Boy Color.
Nice.
Because
So fucking cool.
yeah, because that's one of the few games that is really hard to emulate. I tried it before, and it's like it messes up. Like
A Game Boy Color game is hard to emulate. in
yeah,
the year
because
our
it was
Lord
one of the most
2020?
advanced Game Boy Color games.
What the fuck?
But I did play it on the 3DS eShop, so Nintendo found a way to do it.
Are you telling my 16-thread, 8-core processor can't emulate a Game Boy Color game? Oh my god. That's insane.
But yeah, I'm excited to get that because I got the special edition without that. It comes with like a pin and a poster and stuff. It's
Mm.
and the Game Boy Color cartridge is purple. That's
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like all the special stuff that comes with a special edition, I would just like throw it to the side. I'm like, that's cool. Because like
Yeah.
I can't remember what Mario game, maybe Galaxy 2 came with like a coin. I have no idea what that is. It's in the drawer
Yeah.
somewhere.
yeah. Sometimes there's just like a pre-order bonus. It's like okay, like when I pre-ordered Spider-Man for PS4, it came with Destiny 2. I was like, I'm never gonna use this.
You're like, cool. Toss it.
It's
A
like still
coaster for my
sealed, and
drink.
it's like
How kind
worthless
of
now
you.
because Destiny 2 is free to play.
Whatever.
Anyway, on to more game stuff. On the topic on Nintendo, Age of Calamity, a Hyrule Warriors game that was just announced randomly.
Another good Zelda game.
Musou games are so.
Yeah, you and Tom are like the complete opposite with this.
I know we are.
I just
so
want
sick
more
of it.
punching. The Musou
Yeah.
games, it's like punching one guy's cool. What if you punched 100 people at the same time? Like, I'm in. You got me.
Yeah, and
Let's
I'm
do it.
excited to play the champions
Animal.
because they all have like really cool weapons and like moves and stuff.
I'm glad
like-
people are excited for it.
It's a smart idea when you think about it. Like, because like you have this whole big war that's talked about in Breath
Yeah.
of the Wild, and then it's like, let's just make a Musou game that is that war.
Yeah,
because
and
that's
this
what these games are about.
And this one's going to be a lot more story focused because Breath of the Wild, even though I love the game, had a very lacking story, even though it had a lot of lore around it. So this
Right.
we're actually getting a lot of story in this one. So
I
Yeah.
am really interested to see how this game is going to run because Breath of the Wild was gorgeous and it ran at 30 frames per second and it had like 5 character models on screen at
Yeah.
one time. This is going to have like 500 character models on screen at one time. And it's like the fidelity looks pretty similar
yeah,
to Breath of the Wild proper. It's using the same shaders and
maybe
everything. From
maybe
what
they
I
just
can tell.
they just got better at developing for it. I don't know.
I mean, that's certainly possible.
Yeah.
Musou games tend to run at 60 FPS as well. So if they can like have that fidelity at double the frame rate on the same hardware,
Yeah, do you know if the definitive
I'd be
edition
impressed.
of the original Hyrule Warriors on Switch runs at 60?
oh, I don't know. I've never played it.
Yeah, because I'll have to check that out.
I didn't get my Switch till really late, so a lot of those games that came out early in the launch cycle, I never played.
Yeah, but yeah, Hyrule Warriors
But I
comes out
should.
November 20th, so that's
Oh my
gonna be
God.
fun.
It's gonna be the PS5, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, and then it's just like in Hyrule Warriors. You know, everybody bringing out their big guns for November.
Yeah, speaking of those, the PS5 event.
Yeah. I was there for that.
Yeah. Tom and Jax joined me on stream on Twitch. You can follow in the description whenever like event stuff. But the PS5 event, some interesting games shown. They started off with a big one, which was
they
Final
did.
Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
Great.
We watched that trailer today.
Yeah.
And it's mature. But
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
mature
yeah,
enough because
right.
I want my
No.
Tifa mature. You know what, team? Because that's what I need.
Tifa's not gonna be
I know she's not, but I need that. All right, Final Fantasy VII Part 2
I mean,
remake.
from
Do it for
what
me.
this trailer looks like, it looks like similar to Game of Thrones. Maybe we do get some of that in there.
I want Tifa though. Who are the other bitches? I don't give a fuck. Okay,
Got that M rating. They can do whatever they want.
I'm with Jax on this one. Where's Tifa?
yeah.
I mean,
Where's Tifa in her
it's
beautiful
fair.
purple dress?
Yes.
Yeah, she's fine.
Gosh, she's so
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's being. I never remember the difference between developed and produced. I think it's being developed by the same team that made Final Fantasy 14 Heaven's Ward. This is the 2 expansions ago, which is the second best received expansion behind Shadowbringers. But Shadowbringers is just so highly revered, and like Heaven's Ward was still really, really good. So, and also, who is it? Naoki Yoshida is on the team for making Final Fantasy 16. He's like the head of it, right? I believe.
I think so.
So yeah, y'all in good hands.
the thing I'm the most excited about
game.
with this game is that the lead combat designer for Devil May Cry, is doing the combat for Final Fantasy 16.
Right.
You watch the trailer, it's like, that's Devil May Cry. That like it, all the animations, like you could just drop Nero in there and it would look totally fine. And I'm just like, you have my attention.
I'm like, Final Fantasy, right? Not Devil May Cry, right? Like I'm so confused.
It looks like The Witcher on speed. It's sideways, you know? It's got that dark, gloomy Witcher-like atmosphere that doesn't look very Final Fantasy, and then like you got like fucking air juggling like Devil May Cry going on. I'm just like, oh my god, am I excited for a Final Fantasy game?
I'm just like, when did Final Fantasy like change? Like this is a turn-based RPG.
It was very gradual.
I don't know, but I like it.
It was very gradual through
it.
the numbered games.
Like you have Final Fantasy 14, and it's like, or Final Fantasy 15, and it's like real-time combat, which was not real-time at all. And then you have Final Fantasy 7 Remake, which is like kind of a little better.
It's more of a
This
hybrid.
looks like, oh, what if we just like hired somebody who actually knew how to do this instead of us trying to like pretend we know what we're doing?
What if
just,
we
like-
just made Final Fantasy 16 actually just a hack and slash game? Like just forget the RPG part.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Square just wants to make movies anyway, so just have Square do all the cutscenes and then hire the Devil May Cry guy to make the actual video game part. There we go.
Yeah.
We did it. We fixed
I am
it. We
excited
solved
to
the
see what the
puzzle.
story's about in this because it looks like it's going to be good.
It's about crystals.
It's always about
That's-
crystals.
No, I mean, but that's what they said. They said it's about crystals. So if it's in the trailer,
somber ass motherfuckers.
yeah.
A little kid was spoiled in the trailer. I was like, that seems like a big story point.
Yeah, what if it's like in like the first couple hours? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I don't. But what was it? I sent it to you beforehand. Yeah. Naoki Yoshida, the guy who's working on it, who also works on 14, like he responded to some people and he said, I saw some comments from Americans saying that if we released a trailer that was all pre-rendered, they wouldn't see a game until 2035. So we decided to release a proper trailer with gameplay. I was like, God, he's the MVP. I love this man so much. On their sass.
Everybody on their bullshit.
I'm still
yeah.
expecting it to probably release maybe 2022, like
That
just
seems
because
about
of the,
right.
the virus and everything.
And because it's Square.
Yeah.
Right.
That man does get his workout though. He gets his workout when he says he's going to. So here's hoping this comes out in a timely manner.
Yeah, and then I think the only other new thing was like the God of War teaser.
Yeah.
Which it just showed like the logo.
It's the sign. They just show the fucking sign and
Yeah.
eat.
I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is that? What was that? I don't know.
He could have just showed Kratos just once, just like stroke his beard or flash him.
No. Paler,
Once you hear the
you
music,
get like
it's like-
flashback to Metroid Prime. It's like, I've
yeah.
been down this path before.
They're just like,
Which, by the way, they
four.
just hired a designer, like environment designer from God of War to work on Metroid Prime 4. Like, I don't know what Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be.
And they hired the teaser guy who did Metroid Prime 4 to do God of War. It's cool. It's all they made a trade.
You thought you knew what Metroid was, and then they're just making slow design changes. Going to end up being a turn-based RPG.
I mean, I'd be okay with that, but but yeah, after the presentation, there was a scramble to get pre-orders because they were saying like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do pre-orders tomorrow." Walmart did Walmart's like, "Oh, we're gonna do pre-orders now," and then every other retailer was like,
"I didn't do that."
Well, we're gonna do them too.
God.
So, yeah,
that shit was annoying trying to pre-order.
Yeah,
you and Jax, you and Paleo both got one, right?
Yeah, I fucking made sure. No, because like the thing is, like, I remember it was literally because Paleo, your ass was supposed to tell me once it was on pre-order, and you were just like, "Oh, I'm trying to pre-order, so I had to go find out myself. But fucking you're supposed to mention. I thought we were bros, man. And so I was just like, I have to like scramble to find one of my own.
I was busy.
And I had to scramble to find one of my own.
After a while, when we were streaming with Race and Sarah, I gave up because it's like, oh, Best Buy said like there aren't any left, and I tried on Amazon, and then I couldn't do that. And then later, like at 2 a.m, when I was like still up, I saw a post on Twitter. It's like they're back up on Best Buy. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the Best Buy one sold out like that. They were like a blip. Like I remember I kept going like through this thing where I was just like, it's in my fucking cart. It's in my fucking cart. Let me buy it. And it was like, nope, sorry, you did get. I was like, God, fuck, I'm right here. I'm literally right here. What the fuck is wrong with you? And it was just like, I felt like fucking like Gaz in that Iggins episode of Invader Zim. I was just like, look, okay,
it's gotta be Iggins.
Shit. Or one of you is gonna be a poor SOB who has to run into me if you do not. Okay, like, because I was trying so hard to get that, and then it was like the next day, and I was just like, oh fuck, like I guess I'll just wait, and then whatever, fuck it. And then someone messaged me like, oh, you know that you can get it on Sam's Club, and I was just like, are you fucking serious, Sam's Club? And then I was like looking, and I was like, has anyone else seen this? No? Oh, fuck. So I just like jumped at the chance, and I was like there, and then it was like frozen for a bit. I was like, you bitch, you better not fucking, you bit. And then I kept like doing it, and then it was like, all right, your orders went through. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then like I kept periodically going through because I didn't want him to go like, oh yeah, well someone else like got your order, your order's going to be canceled for them or something. Like, no, don't you. So every day I'm like so paranoid about it. I keep checking up on it to make sure my order size like it's still there, right? It's still there. I made it right before, right?
I've been checking mine too. Let's just to make sure, like, because there was news today about like some retail stores, at least in the UK, saying like, oh, your order might be a little late.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah,
no. Amazon's saying that too.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? And else
Amazon order, you're fucked. Apparently.
Oh yeah, the Amazon order was just like, oh, you fucked. But like, after that, I was so fucking hype on getting the PS5. I didn't realize like not to get the game. So I went to go look, and I was like, all the Miles Morales games are sold out. I was like, you bitch! No. And then like I finally found one like 2 days later, and I was like, you're mine now, because I was so salty. I was just like, I bought a game with no batteries. What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, I got because I pre-ordered both Miles Morales and the Demon's Souls remake. Which I've never played a Souls game, so that's going to be an interesting experience.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be starting with the first one that's remade.
Yeah.
Prepare to be angry.
Hard.
Spoilers, hero.
They're hard.
No.
That's my
It's
spoiler
just like
for you.
it's just like if like the most annoying douchiest person you knew became a video game and you had to play it. That's what the Souls game is.
But yeah, I actually wanted to play the Demon's Souls the original when it came out, but I didn't have a PS3 at the time because I thought like the world and the creature design looked.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Except for when it's not, which is like half the time. So, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, then
I'm playing Demon's Souls right now, so I was just playing it yesterday, and I was just like, this is like fun, and then you just get like totally fucked. Like I got through the entire like third area, and then like there's a spider boss at the end, and I literally had one more hit to kill the spider boss, and then I got hit with a fire attack that knocked me down, and then I got up and hit the fire attack again, and then like I got up and it hit with a fire attack third time and killed me.
Don't play
And, like, it was just
Monster.
like those animations that like it automatically does that you can't break out of. So I just got caught in a loop where I got hit 3 times in a row and died, and I had to do the whole
Fuck
area
that.
over again because there's no checkpoints. And I'm just
Fuck
like,
that.
Play Monster Hunter.
I hate
done.
Bad for you. It's bad for you.
It's the worst.
Fuck those games when they do that.
Yeah, but then later we got the Xbox thing. It was like that they announced their pre-order date pretty early on the month.
They did.
Because before we had like, oh, finally we got a release date and prices for both of these consoles. It was September 22nd when they were doing pre-orders, and it was a little better, but still very hard for people to get.
Really?
Yeah.
What,
Not
Xbox?
really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to get either a Series S or a Series X, and it was not happening. Like,
Oh fuck!
then-
Did I get the fucking digital? I'm sorry, Tom. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Did you get the digital or the disc one?
I want to
'Cause I
make sure.
made sure I got the
I
disc
just
one.
made. I know. I'm
just
about to
spent
be
4
so
or
mad.
5.
Fuck. I'm checking my thing now. You keep talking, Tom. I'm
just
sorry.
if you paid
I can't wait for you to
then
play your
that's the disc
$70
one.
Miles Morales game on
I
your digital
know.
only PlayStation 5.
I know. It'll be so salty. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm actually sweating now. Like, did I fucking? Oh no. Oh god. Let me check.
All you
Did
gotta
you
do
pay
is just flip it
$4.99
on
or
release day,
$3.99?
and you'll make all your money back and then some. I don't know. It's interesting, like, cause like Xbox has gone in like the last like 3 weeks from like a joke to like the fucking contender. It's very
Yeah,
strange.
it has a lot of great like consumer friendly like features.
Microsoft like has been seeding like, you know, final hardware to like a bunch of people, and there's a bunch of videos that like what their embargo lifted today, so you can see like performance with backwards compatibility on Series X, and it cuts like loading times down by like up to 80% on older titles, and the backward compatibility is like confirmed from like original Xbox all the way up to current gen. You can just play everything, and Game Pass is just such a fucking good deal.
You know.
Like the bulk of them, like are like the ones you'd actually want to play. You know, like probably like, you know, Barbie's whatever is probably not backwards compatible, so gonna have to bust out the OG hardware for that one. But you know, the things that are actually like pretty compelling, you'd probably want to revisit, have a pretty good track record, and it's just like, wow, that's like pretty fucking sick. And like it's weird how like Sony's been so like vague about their backwards compatibility strategy, which makes me feel like they don't have anything to say. Which
the only
sucks.
thing we know for sure, because of like people who have had like early access models to is that PS4 games pretty much work across the board like 99%. But anything beyond that is like, okay, you got the disc version.
Yeah, I got it. I got the disc one. I'm so stressed. Oh god. I was just going through like sweat. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
That would have been a pain.
I would have been livid. I would have hunted some poor fool on the streets.
One of the things that Xbox did during this generation is that they were behind to begin with, because of like what they did in the beginning at that infamous E3, where it's like always have to be connected online, can't like trade games or whatever. They backpedaled a lot and started doing a lot more consumer-friendly practices. And one of those things was backwards compatibility, where they started adding a lot of stuff through like emulation and junk.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as they brought Phil Spencer on, like shit really started getting better. Like the dude clearly has a much more tangible vision of what he wants the brand to be, and like they did a lot of damage control. But like, I mean, the problem with Xbox has always been, especially like a fucking guy like me who's like a PC man, is just like, what do I need an Xbox for? Like I have a PC, and there's really nothing on Xbox that's worth buying. But Game Pass kind of fixes that, because there's a lot of stuff on Game Pass that's only on Xbox. But if you get Game Pass, it works on PC and Xbox.
Yeah.
And if you buy an Xbox Series S or a Series X with Game Pass, like on like the payment plan, you're only paying a little bit more. You're getting the console at a discount. You're getting Game Pass you're going to get anyway. I was going to buy a new controller for my PC because my old one's broken. So it's like this $300 console drops to essentially $180 to get a Series S that I can just play on my TV, as well as getting like hundreds of games through Game Pass, all of Bethesda stuff day one, so I don't have to buy Doom.
Oh yeah, that's
just
another
like,
thing we got to talk about. is that the fact
Right.
Microsoft bought Bethesda.
Just straight up, we're just like, let's just fix our exclusive problem for the tune of $7.5 billion.
Yeah.
Man,
Jesus Christ.
flexing that 1.5 trillion market capital, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Microsoft has $135 billion cash in the bank right now that they can just throw
Jesus.
around. To put that in perspective, Sony only has like less than 30 billion in the
Yeah,
bank.
and they've been
So,
trying to like
only-
secure exclusives.
Only
too.
30 billion.
Only
yeah,
30
yeah,
billion?
only
30
they're
bees.
basically broke.
Yeah,
They're
it-
basically broke.
No,
Yeah, it's
no,
funny
here's the
'cause
thing,
they-
though. I guarantee you how much of that money's probably from the 90s. Like, that's
Right,
from,
right?
Yeah, from like the PS1
All that
and
Walkman
PS2.
money just sitting in the bank.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is worth its weight in gold.
But yeah, because Sony's been trying to secure a lot of exclusives from third parties, like with Final Fantasy 16, and like they did the deals with Bethesda for like Deathloop and that Ghostwire Tokyo game. Like, and Microsoft said we're still gonna honor those like exclusive deals that they have for now.
It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to say let's see, Wisdom Minari says, "Hey Jax, dropping some love for you and the squad. Halloween around the corner, brother." Is a $50 super chat. So thank you a lot for that.
Yeah, man, it's Halloween. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my month of Halloween, season 4. It's gonna be fun, bro. Fuck.
But yeah, it seems like both companies are doing like very aggressive, I guess.
That's such a good. I mean,
Like,
because like
deals.
PS3 got spanked by 360. It was like
Yeah.
a blowout, for the most part. And then last gen PS4 spanked Xbox One. It was a blowout. And like this generation seems like, at least right now, both companies are going for the jugular, but
Yeah.
like they're coming at it with very different strategies. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be really interesting to see what works. Because like Sony is playing it very typical with like make a nice box, have titles that make people want to buy our box. Where
Yeah.
Xbox is just like, just play wherever the fuck you want. We don't care.
Yeah.
Just like
You
get
got
our
a
subscription
really
service.
good gaming PC, just play on that.
Yeah, we don't care. Like Xbox is becoming like a platform, not just a piece of hardware, but like an ecosystem.
Yeah.
And I think that's an interesting play. And it'd be really interesting if they're just like, we're gonna bring Game Pass to Switch. Like you can play select.
Yeah, because they said they
Xbox
want
games
to
on
put
Switch.
they want to put like Game Pass on as many platforms as they can. And if they like integrate that with like xCloud, like playing xCloud on Switch, that'd be insane.
That would be fucking sick. Like if you had because like, it would be really hard to get like a lot of these games natively working on Switch
Yeah.
because of the hardware difference. But if like it's like, oh, it's a portable thing, just like your Android phone. So like if you have a Game Pass subscription, you can play xCloud titles on Switch, and there's like a xCloud
Yeah.
client native on
So
Switch.
there's also that
would be
rumored
huge.
Yeah, there's also that rumored Switch revision about like that coming next year, and if that has like more powerful hardware in it, that might actually be like a thing for Game Pass. I don't know.
It's very possible. It really depends because like you buy Bethesda for $7.5 billion. Like you want to be able to leverage that in a way beyond just we have these titles, right? Because like if it's interesting because like Microsoft has so much money in the bank. If they wanted to just like bolster the platform, like their platform, they could have paid a lot less just to like have some exclusivity deals with Bethesda, but they wanted to own them entirely. So there's clearly something, they're planning something with them, and I think it's really interesting. But anybody who's a fan of shooters, like you've always kind of wanted to play on Xbox because of Xbox Live and like the good multiplayer support, but now like they have Doom, Wolfenstein, and Halo. Like if you're a shooter fan, like you're clearly buying Xbox. And like the interesting thing is that like the pre-order stuff has been a nightmare for everybody, but like even Xbox sold out in Japan, which like never fucking
Yeah.
happens.
No, it depends on like
I'm pretty sure
how many units did they even
Right.
send over there. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's very possible because like I'm pretty sure they've sold like 3 Xboxes in Japan up until this point. Like, come on. So
One
like,
for each
But
generation.
like, yeah, there was that one guy, Phil Spencer went to Japan, placed his pre-order, then came back the last like couple years. I don't know, but it's just really interesting how like Microsoft's really just trying something different, and it's pretty compelling.
And that all access like plan that they have, it seems very compelling for like anybody who's like, I just want to get a console and like, but I
I'm
don't have a
sold.
lot of money. It's like, well, I can pay it per month and like actually own the console after 2 years. So
Right. It's not a leasing thing. It's like it's just pay to
yeah,
own.
and you get the
it's
Game
like,
Pass with it, so you can play like every first party game that Microsoft releases. And
the Series S is such a good move because like even if you're like a hardcore Sony pony, right?
yeah,
It's just like, well, maybe I want a Series S just to play some of the games that aren't on there, and it's
Yeah.
super cheap comparative to like
yeah, and I'm
you can
surprised
buy
at like
your PS5.
yeah, I'm surprised at like how much like because the Series S is like $25 a month. Series X is only $35 a month, so that's only $10 more. It's like a lot of people are gonna look at that and say like, well, it's only $10 more to get the better one. So
Right.
yeah,
It's an extra $240 something dollars. But like the interesting thing too is because there's no money up front, you're just paying $25. You don't have to pay tax on the console.
yeah,
So you're saving like next another $20 on top
yeah.
of it.
Even
not
with
having to
like
pay
if
tax
you
up front.
calculate it to how many like months of Game Pass that is, it actually comes out as cheaper.
Yeah, like on the Series S, you save $60 as opposed to buying them separately, and on the X, it's $20. So like
Yeah.
if you were interested in getting Game Pass anyway, like if you're a hardcore Sony guy, right, and like you already pre-ordered your PS5, you're like getting all those games like day one, like you're locked into that. If you just want to be like, I want to see what Xbox is about, and you're never gonna buy a disc, you can just get a Series S with Game Pass, and that's like $25 a month, which is probably not a big deal for most people who are in a position to buy multiple consoles. And you have access to all these games. It's not very expensive. And you're going to get all of the heavy hitter Xbox titles day one without having to spend anything more. And you're
Yeah.
saving a significant amount of money. It's like really a really interesting strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's before we go into Q&A, because there's a lot of stuff, we'll probably like mention it or answer them through the questions. But another pre-order weird thing that happened was with the RTX cards from Nvidia. Because that all happened in this month. That's crazy.
Like not even this month, like in the past like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it was
2
like
weeks.
all three of them. And then like the RTX cards sold out in like under a minute.
Yeah,
everywhere,
and like people
The
got
3080
pissed.
and then the 3090, and it's because like the talk of is that like there's just bots now.
Yeah,
Like,
because
people are
there's
writing
this
bots.
thing. Yeah, there's this thing called bounce alerts where it's been like sort of infecting the sneaker industry for like new
Right.
like sneakers and stuff of like people who want like exclusive sneakers that come out. And bounce alerts is something that you pay like a monthly fee, like $75 a month, to have these bots that will pre-order them so you can flip them and sell them on eBay, which is really scummy. And they're doing this with the Nvidia cards. And one of the hilarious things that happened out of this is that somebody wrote a bot to bid on eBay listings to where it will go up to like 20 and 30,000, where nobody would pay for that. So
Right.
like the person would have to delist the listing.
That's
and,
really
like,
clever.
relist it again.
I mean, it's great. It's a great way of just like disincentivizing
Don't
those
mess
things.
with gamers.
Pretty much. Someone needs to make it for sneakers now, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate, right? But like, at the same time, there's people who are getting like their 3080s. Like there's some manufacturing issues with the first batch of them. Like some companies using low quality capacitors, which are causing them to like crash if they clock over 2 gigahertz or something. So there's like some issues. Nvidia, just between the supply issues right now and like the first batch of cards not being great, AMD has a chance to like really get in here and do some damage, because
Yeah.
they still haven't announced anything with RDNA 2, which is their new graphics cards, which are also what the Series X and PS5 are built on. They're built on
Yeah.
AMD's RDNA 2 stuff. So
Yeah.
there's a chance right now for like some synergy from AMD to really like corner the market, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if they have supply chain problems too, which I'm sure they will, because the bot problem's not going to go away anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I know is that I'm fucked. I don't have anything. I don't have a new graphics card. I don't have a next gen console. I'm gonna
Buddy,
be.
I'm
It's
gonna
gonna
buy
be
you a
fucking.
Game Boy.
Oh God. But I can finally play Shantae. My gaming PC can't,
Yeah.
but my Game Boy Color will be able to play
Hey.
Shantae.
I'll do
I'm
one better.
getting white color. Oof, that's
Hey.
You
I'll do you
fucking
one better,
cheap son of a
Tom.
bitch.
I'll get you a Game Gear.
Oh,
Whoa,
well.
fuck
Yeah.
Game Gear was sick. Game Gear
Yeah.
was in color.
And I'll get
What
you
was it?
3 games for it.
Do you remember that Game Gear commercial where the dude was playing a Game Boy and he wanted to play in color, so he just beat his head with the Game Boy until he was like his vision was all fucked up and it was like different colors.
I do
And they're
remember
like, "There's a
that.
better way to play in color." And it
No
was like,
better way to play color.
It's pretty
my
good.
God.
Sega
Those
was like so
90s
aggressive
aggressive
with their marketing.
Sega was out for fucking blood, dude. Microsoft buys Sega. That's the rumblings. That's the rumblings in
Yeah.
the rumor mill.
Though I think Sega's too, as far as like how much they own. I think they're a bit bigger than Bethesda.
I mean, Microsoft's got over
Down in
$100
Bethesda.
billion in the bank. If they wanted
Yeah.
to do it, they could.
Jesus,
Got to
aren't
get
you-
that Japanese audience somehow.
Microsoft,
Finally gonna get
too
finally a
much
sequel to
money.
Jet Set Radio Future. It's only been 20 years.
All right.
Mm.
So we're gonna go to Q&A now, but first I'm going to go to the bathroom. So if you have
Yeah.
any questions, you can either use Super Chat, which we already have some, and we'll go over them, or you can ask us on Twitter, and we'll go through those. So I'll be right back. All right. From Del 18, if the lockdown happened to go away completely in an instant, do you think that some places will keep on doing social distancing practices?
No.
If it went
Some
away in an
will.
instant, like no, there would be too much money on the table for them not to.
Individuals might practice it, but companies, if it's in the clear, they're like, okay, back to
Yeah, movie
business.
theaters is like pack those theaters in.
Yeah.
The people who own these businesses don't give a shit about what happens to their employees. They're replaceable as long as they're making money.
Maybe I misunderstood.
It's like if it goes away in an instant,
away,
like there is no virus anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
the virus is gone?
Yeah, if there's no virus anymore,
yeah.
like would you think that some places would keep doing social distancing
Some
practices?
places.
No. Right?
What do they mean by places? They mean companies or
I
like
guess.
people in places?
Because I mean, wouldn't the
Yeah, if
Like,
it's
do
not
you
if
mean-
it's not around anymore, and it's like
There'll
it's completely
still be
eradicated,
People who are
then
paranoid about it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the people who are
like
paranoid
people
about
would
it
be paranoid
absolutely
about
still
it,
wear
but I
There are
think
gonna be people in 2040 who are like 60 are still wearing masks. So they're like, oh, we're the time when the
gonna be-
great plague was upon us."
Japan
Yeah.
wears masks all the time.
They
before
wore them
this whole
even
thing.
before this thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
the thing. They wore them before it. Like it's just a thing.
Oh,
So yeah, I feel.
there'll be people that still do it.
I wonder if that'll start becoming a thing where people will start wearing a mask if they're sick.
Yep.
I hope so.
I
That'd be a
believe
cool
so.
thing.
I think
I
it's
really
more
hope
at
we get to wear
conventions, too.
Oh god.
I want to keep wearing masks after this whole thing's over, just because they look cool. I like the Mortal Kombat thing we got going on. It's fucking
Yeah.
dope. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's my verdict. I think a lot of folks will continue to wear it, at least more than average, or more than before, of course. But
Depends where you
come
are
on.
in America. There's a lot of places in America that aren't even doing it now.
True,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
mean, like, if
Yeah.
you're pulling everybody together, I think there'll be a lot more mask wearers after this because they'll be like, "Well, I don't want to get sick." 'Cause I remember, like, Race was like, "Man, it'll be nice for cons, like, to extra layer defense to not get con cred."
True that.
Like some vendor halls were wearing masks before this even happened.
Yeah, I was.
You were wearing
My
that
hentai mask.
MomoCon, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Jax?
Yeah, my hentai mask.
Let's see, Edman RGG2 asking thoughts on the pre-order mess of PS5 Series X and S and Nvidia 380. Also, which of the two consoles you'll buy first, PS5 or Series X, S, and Y?
Well, we already showed that.
We did like talk about that a bunch. But as far as like which we'll buy first, I know me and Jax both pre-ordered the PS5 because
Yep.
there's some games I want to play
Disc
on it.
version.
And also like Ratchet and Clank is like probably my most hyped game for that, and I'm really looking forward to when that comes out, which will probably be next year. And Series X
Yeah.
I'll probably get at some point next year with the all access thing.
I think I'm going Series S and RTX 3070 if I can get my hands on one.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was like super big into the idea of PS5, but then I found out Guilty Gear Strive's coming out on PC, so I'm like, oh, that was my one big thing.
I didn't get either of them, and I don't really want either of them. That's me.
You got Monster Hunter. You got Final Fantasy 14. What else do you need? Your
literally,
your time is taken.
yeah. You're
what
right.
What game would have to come out for you to buy either one of them?
Me?
I mean,
Both of you.
No, I think to buy a PS4 specifically,
PS5.
5 rather. I forgot there's 4 because I hate that system. What would it take? I don't know. I mean, like, if Dark Cloud 3 came
3.
out, like, I'm buying
Yeah.
whatever it comes out on. I don't even care. That game's not happening. What would it take? Oh, you know what it would take? New Blaze Blue. I would absolutely, like, if they're like, yeah, it's not going to come out on PC for like at least 4 months. I'm like, that's enough for me to buy PS4.
PS5.
5, whatever. Yeah.
Going back, guys. Retro.
What about you, Tom?
Well, God. For Xbox, I mean, I'm already getting one, so probably either Series S or Series X. So that's pretty much luck because I want Game Pass and I'm gonna play it on PC. For PS5, like if Guilty Gear was still gonna be exclusive on there, I'd do it because like I gotta rep my boys. I probably if Final Fantasy 16 comes out and it's like Devil May Cry levels of good and it's
but
still
that's
gonna
also
be
coming out on
exclusive.
PC, so
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was PS5 exclusive.
Yeah, console exclusive.
Oh, it's on PC?
I'm not sure if it's like a time thing,
Confirmed?
but I mean you can wait.
I guess. Bloodborne 2. If they make a sequel to Bloodborne,
Oh yeah.
I'd get that.
Let's see. The Amazing Webhead. Happy belated 10-year anniversary to Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. One of the writers did a what if season 3 on his Twitter. Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll check
look
that
into
out.
it.
10 years ago?
Yeah, it came out in 2010.
Oh my god. I'm so old.
Yeah, Adventure
Wow,
Time came out in
alright.
2010. Regular Show came out in 2010. My Little Pony:
Alright,
Friendship is
stop.
Magic came out in 2010. It's having its 10-year anniversary next month.
Everybody shut up. I don't think this anymore.
Can you believe, like, I'm trying to think of a game that came out in 2010. Bayonetta came out in 2010. Let's see. Wisdom Minari, thank you again for the $50 super chat. Malik Webster. So I take it no one else pre-ordered the 20th anniversary Hybrid Theory collection. If not, I recommend you check out what it has.
Oh, for Linkin Park?
Yeah. Yeah, that came out 20 years ago. Hybrid Theory.
Nice.
Stop it!
You're
I hate being an obsolete human.
only at stage 1 of decay.
I'm a
still got-
PS1 living in a PS5 world.
Yeah.
Fucking sad.
PS1 living in a PS5 world. That's good.
Yeah. Editman RGG2. Thoughts on the Tokyo Game Show this year? I haven't seen too much out of it other than the Hyrule Warriors stuff.
Yeah, what else came out of it? Again.
Oh yeah,
Nier a lot.
the Nier stuff. Yeah, we got a release date for Nier Replicant. I definitely want to play that because comparing like the original Nier and Nier Replicant is like Nier Replicant as far as like gameplay wise, it looks like it plays a lot better. So I'm excited for that.
That don't need to me like nearly the same.
Good one.
It looks different. I really just couldn't help myself. You can kick me anytime.
Mako Wacko asking, have you guys seen the film Disaster Movie?
Oh, fuck that movie.
No.
Yeah, fuck that movie. That was like one of those movies. Fun fact, it was one of those fucking Aaron Seltzer, Jason Freebert movies, whatever, that was the reason I got into ponies in the first place. It was because it was on spill.com that they were making one of these movies. I forget which one it was. And then I went in the comment section like, can you believe this bullshit? And someone posted this image or this like video clip of this yellow horse saying, I'm so frustrated. And I clicked on it. I was like, what is this? Oh, that's kind of cute. I want to watch some more. oh fuck, this is really cute. Or maybe I'll watch an episode. Fuck, and there we go, and that's how it happened. There you go.
That reminds me, my only wish for Generation 5 is that the ponies look cute. That's it. I don't want them.
Do you want them to
look
have
like weird
hooves?
abominations.
I mean, you're watching it. I ain't. We ain't doing that shit.
You know, beyond the shadow of a doubt that if we say it's good, you're coming right back. You're coming right back.
Crawling back.
I can't. I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough. There you go. Tom, are you watching it?
If it's good.
If it's good.
What? Okay, sure. All right.
Dude, I want to be, if it's good, I want to be on the ground floor for the Star Trek level of nerd wars that are going to
This time we're doing it.
I want the Captain Kirk versus Captain Picard level of just like autistic screeching on Twitter. I want to be on the ground floor to understand all the context. I missed that. That was before my time. I want to be there. I want to be there for when this happens. Twilight Sparkle was better as a unicorn, not as an Earth Pointer. Where the fuck she is in this new one? I'm ready. I'm ready. For
okay,
that.
so
it's
instead of Tommy
new
Oliver,
cast,
we've got
so
Jason Lee Scott now doing reviews of
Because,
various things.
It's going to be a completely new cast, so it's like it might not even be a main 6. It might be like a main 4.
I'll be on the ground floor with my Pony Sona VTuber. I'll have it all
So
ready
again,
on TV,
we're
ready to
oh
go.
god, did you
Pony VTuber?
Did you distance?
I just want to
Oh god,
You know it's gonna happen. You know it's only a matter of time.
No, VTubers will die out before Pony G5 comes out. Please.
It's only next year.
No, dude. They're just gonna be hitting their stride. It's gonna happen.
No. But yeah, disaster movie. I have seen it. It's terrible. It's really
god
bad.
awful.
All those movies are terrible.
Yeah.
Except for Scary Movie 1 through 3. Those are the only ones I thought were funny. Scary Movie 3 still makes me laugh hard.
Ridiculous. Leslie Nielsen and that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, get away from me.
Dude, Leslie Nielsen is like one of the funniest slapstick like comedians of all time. Like all time.
He really is.
Malik Webster again. By the way, welcome back. I know that the last time you were around, you said you had to be away for a bit, so welcome back. It says, when was the last time you got into a fist fight?
Never.
Dude. Oh my. I need more.
In middle school, I guess.
God. Do you know how Oh man, do you know how antsy I'm getting for a good one? Like the last one I had was like in fucking March, man. It was so fun. So fun. I don't know why. Like I got like
beat up a male Karen or something.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking. Oh no, it was like awesome, dude. No, because it was like just a sparring match, and then the person clipped me, and then for some reason it got me really excited. And then like we just had an awesome fucking sparring match, and we went ham on each other. And it's cool, like when you go get there's just like a level of respect you get when you like can beat the shit out of each other and just be like, yo, that was cool, man. That was a great hook. Yeah, man. And that was just it was fucking great. It was awesome. So I'd say March.
Lunatics.
No, dude. Come on, Sarah, let's fight. One time.
Do you mean with your fist or boxing gloves? Lunatic.
You know, you do freaking jujitsu. You don't wear boxing gloves for jujitsu, and you don't wear them like for you do. Okay, so like this is what you do. All right, you put on gloves. That's just normal sparring stuff like that, and then or sometimes you do it like bare knuckle. See if you can do like kumite style, but those are only to the body. That's not to the face at all because like it's just fucked up to do that to the face. Or you do like grappling, like just normal stuff like jujitsu or wrestling or stuff like that, and there's fun. And yeah, it's fun, dude. It's just like. Wrestling's fun. It's really, I don't know how to explain it because it's like I can understand to like someone who doesn't do it. Well, I'd be like, I don't fucking mental. I don't ever get punched. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Something like that. But it's just like no, like if you do it and then you actually know, then you start learning like, oh, this is a counter here. This is do this here, and then like you just feel a lot less stressed out in situations. Like if someone was like to come up and punk you, like, hey. What the fuck you doing? All right. Like you've already been in a scenario with someone who actually knows how to fight. So like you feel a lot less stressed out of like, okay, whatever, dude. Like if you really want to do this, by all means, I can handle it. So it's a way of doing stuff that just mellows you out for certain situations where you don't feel like stressed. Like if someone like tries to punk you or get in your face, it's just like, okay, I've done this so many times. All right, I can already handle this situation. But like if not, so that's why I like to do it. It makes me feel a sense of security in myself that I can protect myself and protect other people if I needed to. So like that's why I personally enjoy the good old martial arts. Yeah.
But Jax, what are you gonna do when Boogie pulls a gun on you?
Oh no, I didn't know how to use guns too. I have several in my room. I have several knives too. I have many weapon training too. It's awesome. And you don't fight to do all that shit. You just you learn self-defense tips but you shouldn't engage. People, if someone has a gun or knife or something like that, you don't engage with that bullshit. You just get the fuck out of there. But again, it's just oh. Also, I got these cool new gloves now that can punch through concrete that I've just been pushing on. They're Tifa
nice.
shit. I love them. They're so cool.
I have a couple from Ryan Walterson here. There's thoughts on Don Bluth starting a new animation studio. I'm still waiting for that Dragon Slayer movie.
Did
they ever finish that?
It's the live action one on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
How old is Don Bluth?
He's
old.
80 million
He's in his
years old.
80s,
I don't know.
It just seems
a bit late in the game.
Tired. Yeah.
Right.
You know, what's he doing starting an animation studio at 112? I have no idea. I have no idea what Don Bluth is.
He has to beat Disney one more time before he calls it.
Yeah. It's just 112-year-old Don Bluth versus frozen head of Walt Disney. Lock in a choice on that.
My old adversary. Actually, I don't think Don and Disney have met. As far as Walt Disney.
Oh yeah, because didn't he work there after he died, or was it before?
Yeah. It
Or
was afterwards.
it while he was still alive? I can't remember.
It was afterwards.
Ryan also asking, thoughts on the Dark Crystal cancellation. Yeah, the Dark Crystal show that was on Netflix. Apparently it's really good. I still haven't seen it.
Really? That's good.
Yeah,
It's good. I'm not
yeah,
surprised it got canceled. It doesn't have that normie.
Yeah, it won an
feel.
Emmy, and then it's oh yeah, by the way, it's canceled.
Aw, damn.
So fucking stupid. It's like the same thing with fucking Infinity Train, where the season 3 came out and then 2 days later they were it's canceled.
Yeah.
Is it actually canceled?
All the people who are working on it were laid off.
Oh
So,
fuck.
Yeah.
I
Damn.
would be incredibly surprised if it got a season 4.
Young Justice and all that shit.
A nightmare.
All right, let me go to Twitter here. Enigma Prince. Nathaniel Foga, and then I'll go to Enigma Prince. But by the way, Malik Webster had another super chat that said, I meant bare knuckle and laying hands. So yeah, Jack's kind of answered that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, from Nathaniel Foga, it says, what would you guys say is the something positive that happened for you in 2020?
I didn't get coronavirus yet.
Tom, don't say shit. Don't jinx yourself.
Don't jinx it!
Yeah, Tom.
I actually want to die, so it's fine.
Tom, well, you need to become famous, because what is Izumi gonna do? You need to get rich for that.
I'll put her in my will for you, so you can
So-
carry Brandon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her a 6-season TV series.
All right.
Let's see. Even though I'm sad about not going to any conventions this year, I've actually been saving a lot of money more than usual.
Booyah! That's always good.
I've saved a lot of money too, so
Awesome.
I'm trying to
That's
think.
really good.
What is a positive out of this year?
You watched DuckTales season 3 with us.
I mean,
You watched Kipo, which was a great
did.
show.
But I watch shows with y'all all the time. Of course.
Yeah, but
that's gonna
those are really
happen.
good shows.
I mean, I was gonna watch good shows with y'all regardless.
You played
and
Animal Crossing 3.
That was 3. How many Animal Crossings do you think there are?
What did I say? 3? I don't know what I said. Yeah, whatever. Whatever Animal Crossing that was. Okay.
Like 5, 6? I forget which one. I don't know how many there are. What is a positive? Saber, what's a positive? Hey,
I broke 1 million subs.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, you did. That happened this year.
I mean, good for you.
Oh, I got a raise. Hey, there we go.
Hey, that's good.
Oh yeah, I got a new cat. Got patches.
Great.
He's at home with
Nice.
my dad right now.
Really fishing for good things that happened this year.
Yeah.
It feels like a decade has gone by.
I know it's
Can
weird.
you-
Like it's simultaneously feels like this year is
Fast
going
and
by
fast.
too fast and too slow at the same time.
It's just been
Mhm.
like so much dead time.
Yeah.
Is really what it's been. Like nothing substantial has happened, but like every day feels like it's just a lot of nothing. Like Sonic the Hedgehog came out this year. That feels
I
like
know, right?
it feels like that movie feels dated, even though it's months old.
Yeah, so did that Harley Quinn movie that came out this year too. But I haven't been to the theater since like fucking March, so it's shit.
Yeah,
It's
I haven't been to
crazy.
theater since Onward.
So this is really like this is gonna sound silly, but it's real to me. I hate how much time I'm losing in the ability to like go out to the arcade because I'm not gonna be able to play rhythm games
I'm
like
I'm
forever,
concerned
right?
about like if that arcade's even gonna still be there.
Yeah, right. I don't.
'Cause
I'm
I've
not
only
gonna
been
be
there
able
a
to play
couple
rhythm
times,
games
and, like,
forever.
I
And I
What do you mean you won't be
play
able to
there.
play rhythm games forever? Like you don't want to?
No, my response time is gonna go down because I'm gonna get older. So
Yeah,
like,
but you train it still.
But it's age is still gonna happen.
Yeah, I know age happens, but you could still like. I mean, there's like old people who still got fast as fuck reflexes.
No, I can't be doing this when I'm like 80.
You're
No.
you're gonna be the old master who's gonna have to take off his weighted training.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
What are you doing, Zuma? I don't know, but
We're
like
gonna have to go in the opposite direction. So like when the technological singularity happens, you can replace your arms with robotic arms. You have perfect reflexes. Then you can just style on everybody.
But yeah.
Couldn't they like
I'll
upgrade
show
their
you
tech
this
to have it
broken
too?
bone.
Like, couldn't they like technically update their things to just do it automatically for them?
You'd have
But
to
I don't
like
want it to be automatic.
you'd have to like
Yeah.
upgrade the game to like challenge your robotic reflexes
Right.
at that point, and then
It's just
a whole new level of games is created.
my young brain that can easily play rhythm games as intended right now. I mean, like it only lasts for so long, and me losing out time on rhythm games is very upset because I really do love them.
Hero, you're like rich and a homeowner. Why don't you just like buy some arcade cabinets and just put them in your basement?
Hey, I literally tried. and
Yeah, they lost it somehow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they lost
I
his thing.
Yeah. I
How do you
bought
lose an
something-
arcade cabinet?
Tell me again. Like
At least he got refunded.
I was
did
gonna
get
say.
refunded. I did.
Oh my
Got my
god.
money.
How much did this cost?
What it was?
$5,000.
It was 2,500. Yeah, all in total.
My god. Try it again. You got nothing but time.
It was so much headache. I just not be bothered to do it again.
Well, I mean, it's like the middle of a pandemic. No one's around. Maybe we should just break into the arcade and just steal some machines. They're not using them. Fuck it.
Just steal this like 1-ton machine.
Yeah,
Yeah, do
steal
it.
me one of
The
the
guy-
Final Fantasy
not even-
Theater Rhythm ones.
The guy's probably hurting for money. You should just be like, can I just like personally rent this arcade cabinet from you for
Mhm.
X amount of dollars a month?
I did literally ask, like, there's a pump it up at the bowling alley. I messaged the guy. I was like, look, this isn't worth $2,000. I'll give you $2,000 for it. And he never responded to me. I was like, well, all right, I gave it a shot.
Gotta keep doing it. Just gotta keep. The longer the pandemic goes on, the better your offer is becoming comparatively. So just do the typical. I'm just swinging back around, just need to be checking on my email. You know,
Right.
whatever the fucking phrase is that they use all the time.
See if your mind has changed. See if you're in need of some.
All right, another super chat from Ryan says, speaking of Harley Quinn, thoughts on the season 3 announcement and the move to HBO Max. They're turning DC Universe into a digital comic service.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I like the
I'm
Harley
happy.
Quinn show. It's fun.
I don't care as long as Bane shows up again. He's the best
Yeah.
character in that show. I don't care.
Then let's see. Enigma Royal Prince has a couple of questions on Twitter here. It says, based on specs and overall presentations, as well as game libraries, which next-gen console is still impressive? PS5, Xbox Series X, or Switch?
I mean, Switch is not really next gen at this point.
Yeah. It's like the handheld console.
Right.
As
I mean, it depends on what you want to play.
yeah,
I
because like
think-
a lot of the stuff that they showed for PS5, I want to play. So
I think Xbox is a better value at this point.
yeah,
Between
especially
Game
with their
Pass
service.
and yeah, their service stuff is like way better. And the fact that if you're already entrenched in Xbox and you have a large backlog of like 360 and like Xbox One games and even original Xbox, like the Series X is like a no-brainer. You know,
Yeah.
you can keep playing everything. It'll upscale everything. It'll double the frame rates of some of your old games, like
Yeah,
automatically.
I want to start collecting because like 360 games are dirt cheap. Like they're
really
they're
are.
like pennies.
It's incredible. And like as much as I want to get the Series S just because such a good value, like I'm also thinking like jumping on the 360 library now and like getting a Series X so I can play most of them.
Yeah.
It just seems like a good thing to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Whatever I can get my fucking hands on, in June of next year when the shit's finally in stock again.
And then also from Enigma Royal Prince. What is your dream list of movies you will see in 2021, and what movies you loathe you will see in the same year? I'm
I
excited.
don't watch movies I loathe.
I'm excited for Jurassic World Dominion.
With the dragons. I'm betting dragons right now. What is the date? September 28th, 2020. I'm betting a dragon.
They said there's not going to do any more hybrids.
They say that, but they pull out their ass like, oh yeah, we said we got you, like fucking J.J. Abrams ass when he was
that Pixar movie called Luca looks interesting just from the concept art they showed.
I guess you could say
That'd be really
Luca good.
Hey, Luca good.
Luca good.
We're not friends. We're not. If you keep saying things like that.
Oh yeah, what I'm
That's
dreading
fine.
is Minions 2. Yeah, I'm dreading that.
For real?
Minions 2? They're doing a Minions 2?
Yeah,
only
it was
movie
supposed
I
to come out
care
this year.
about-
They even have Lego sets out for it.
Oh, Jesus.
Literally the only thing I care about is Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that comes out too.
Yeah. When Spider-Verse 2 come out? 2022?
2022, yeah.
They're
Okay.
scrapping it actually in favor of a realistic Spider-Man.
Shut the fuck up, Saber. I will drive down there right now. Okay.
Let's see, what are your thoughts
I would
on the
hate-
latest DuckTales 2017 episodes and in the season as a whole so far? I think only one of these we've seen because we haven't seen the next one yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen the next
Yeah.
one yet. We're supposed to
Okay.
watch that.
At some point, I guess.
Are we watching it tomorrow or today?
I don't know. I don't think Katie
Let me
wants
ask
it today.
Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask Katie.
You all think it sounds weird that we call it DuckTales 2017? Should we just call it the DuckTales reboot this time? Point, I guess.
Well, is DuckTales 2017 shorter than DuckTales
Yeah.
Reboot? DuckTales 2017. DuckTales Reboot. DuckTales 2017. Well, DuckTales
One is
Reboot.
Well,
literally
Reboot is a
two-
short. It has fewer
17
souls.
DuckTales
Oh,
reboot.
Good.
DuckTales 2017.
DuckTales
2017.
It's literally 3 syllables longer.
Yeah, 3 syllables. Too long.
Oh, God.
3
I felt like
syllables too fucking
you
long.
were saying it faster to prove your point.
Yeah, Reboot. DuckTales
DuckTales
2017. DuckTales Reboot.
DuckTales reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I call it
Good.
DuckTales 2017 because I always want to call it the DuckTales reboot. Like I have to put the "the" in front of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's still shorter, but like I'm just used to
Thank you,
calling it
hero.
2017.
There's more letters in
We've
Reboot than
wasted
there is.
like a
It's
year's
two-
worth of time saying
two
the show.
zero-
It's kind of like saying like I don't call the Doom reboot the Doom reboot. I call it Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Saber, you know what it reminds me of? People in WoW who used to call Warsong Golds WSG. I'm like, why do you
same.
say WSG instead of Warsong Golds? Like, what do you? Same.
T-
For typing it out, it makes more sense. But for
Yes, but
saying it
people
out
would
loud.
say it. People would say it
Yeah.
out loud. Yeah.
2017 Reboot.
Or 17.
2017.
2017 is even longer.
Yeah, exactly. That's proving my point. Shut up, hero. Yeah.
Go punch him in real life.
I'll punch both of you. We'll be real good friends afterwards. Yeah, there we go.
I just
See,
call it DuckTales.
2017.
I just call
Gumball
it
here.
DuckTales Woo. That's
Or DuckTales ooh woo.
Let's call it DuckTales because
That's the
since this new
sequel
one's out,
coming
why
out
would I
next
even be
year.
mentioning the old one? Oh, no, I'm joking. The old one.
DuckTales ooh woo.
DuckTales.
Gumball here says, "What do you think of the upcoming Lupin the Third movie? Are you all excited?"
Looks amazing. It's technically
really
it's already
cool.
out.
Yeah, but it's coming out in theaters here in like December. I
Wait, speaking of which.
No, it comes
Yes.
out.
Oh, in
I made the
October.
best finish
October.
downloading.
Like, and then elsewhere, like digital in December, I think.
Yeah. And it's got the original voice cast back. Well, for Lupin at least.
It looks really good. You call it Lupin or Lupin? Because like I always thought it was Lupin the Third, but I've heard people call him Lupin. So I don't know.
It's like
probably-
2017
probably
reboot thing, you know? You just choose what you want to say.
In Japanese, it's
There you
probably
go.
just
Yeah.
like with an A sound.
Interchangeable. Lupin the Third. No, I've been wanting to rewatch Big O.
Yeah, it's Lupin technically.
Okay. Did you all ever watch Big O on Toonami back in the day?
No, because wasn't that Mex? Wasn't Mex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Mex, so no, I didn't watch it.
The only mech show I
It
like
was
is
like
Megadeth XLR.
outside.
Mhm.
I love that shit. That was like Batman meets robots. I loved it.
It was super.
I-
cool. It was
I
super.
understand that Mech can be good. I just don't like Mech.
You should watch Megas XLR because it's a cartoon mech and it's funny.
People are like, yeah, you should watch. What's the actual name of Butt Drivers? I forget the actual
Darling
name.
in the Franks.
Yes, I did not like it.
Drivers. I've never heard it called that.
Yeah, because they
I
drive
mean,
the butt.
I get it. I get it. They
Mm.
probably would have done better if they'd called it that.
There are so many anime legit where like girls will be in a machine and they're just lying down with their butt just up. I'm like, wait, why do?
You know why, Hero.
Oh,
Yeah.
Come on, you know why.
oh, here's a question from Ozzyall. There's thoughts on the Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, they're doing an animated series and a movie.
Are they out of business? Didn't they
Gonna
file
be
for
the-
bankruptcy?
Gonna be the next My Little Pony.
A
Everyone's gonna
rat
have to,
called
like, rat
Charles
comments.
Entertainment Cheese is making
What's
a
the name of
movie
your
and an
fandom?
animated series.
Back out of the way, girls. We the Chuck
I'm
fucks.
surprised it's taken this
Do
long.
not say Chuck Fox.
Chuck Fox.
You may not say it.
We're the Chuck fuck fandom. The CFFs.
That's some fucking.
You're just surrounded by
See,
people
they-
who are
they-
just
they-
saying the
they-
most horrendous things.
They got enough Twitch donations to make a movie and animated series because they've been streaming
I'm
on
sorry, Twitch donation.
Yeah,
What
the
is-
Chuck E.
I-
Cheese
I-
has been
Real?
streaming on Twitch.
I hate reality.
real?
I hate it.
Is this true? This sounds fake.
No, that's real.
Why are you
What?
saying words with your mouth?
Chu-
Wait, I have a legitimate
Chuck E.
question. I'm sorry.
Chuck E. Chance
They
in his
stream on
OnlyFans
Twitch.
account.
I have a legitimate question.
Did
I'm
you,
sorry.
did you just make coronavirus the second worst thing to happen in 2020?
Can adults go to Chuck E. Cheese without a child? Like, is that
No,
a thing you
no,
are
you need
literally
to have
not
a
allowed
You
child.
to do?
can't. No, you can't do
You
literally
that.
have a
must
child with
You need a kid with you. Like
Yeah.
I remember for my 20th birthday a decade ago. That's what I wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese just because I wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese, and I had to bring my like freaking 10-year-old niece and my like nephew with me and stuff like that because I couldn't go by
Yeah.
myself.
What a bunch of ageist fucks.
Wait, what?
Thing.
You have to go to Las Vegas for one night.
Speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, Ryan just put a super chat. It said there was actually a live-action Chuck E. Cheese movie from 1999 called Chuck E. Cheese and the Galaxy 5000, co-produced by Funimation. Look it up.
Oh,
What?
Ryan, you can't release this forbidden knowledge.
I can see the synapses firing in Saber's brain right now as his eyes go back and forth. He's like, oh my god.
I could make more money.
Let's watch it.
I just found out how I'm going to afford
You
Christmas.
haven't done Yep, actually, you know what? Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say you haven't done Let's Watch in a while, but I'm like, you know what? That's better for my brain.
We should. We
Better
should.
for
That
my
would be
brain.
a great thing for you to review, Saber. The Chuck E. Cheese movie. It sounds
Ryan,
insane.
can you,
So I just want
Ryan,
you
can do
to.
that?
I just want you to know Saber's face both looked like this is a good idea and like he was in actual pain simultaneously.
It was,
Yeah, it goes.
you could see the gears turning in real time.
That's amazing. I didn't know that was a facial expression that one could have.
Every time he sees something terrible on Netflix, that's what his face does.
I just wish you all lived closer to me because I'd be inviting you all over all the time. Be like, suffer with me. Watch
Like
one
3 hours away from you.
Once you hit 2 million subscribers, you can afford to buy us all houses like on your street.
Whoa,
right?
whoa, whoa. Okay, listen, Rockefeller.
Look. I understand social clout's worth a lot of money these days, you know? You just gotta go to like a fucking landlord or something. I'm Saberspark. I keep your 10-year-old from bothering you all day, every day. I think I have a little bit of fucking leverage here.
I will end the channel, therefore end your social life.
All right.
When you give them their iPad, I'm the one on the screen, okay? It's all me.
All right, we'll go on for a few more minutes here, and then
I've
we'll,
literally
call it.
raised your child.
I'm not a Roblox channel.
The Amazing Webhead asking, Beer, we're close to October. What are your thoughts on a slasher shared universe, if that would happen?
Oh, fuck it. That'd be fucking dope. That'd be fucking sick. And then you could have fucking Jason Voorhees. Because originally they were supposed to have Jason, Freddy, and then at the end, when they beat each other, they like go to hell. And then like freaking Pinhead was supposed to come up between and be like, what seems to be the problem, gentlemen? And then like do that. And I was like, oh, that would be so fucking cool. And then they could have had like a whole thing with the Ash from Evil Dead, because he was supposed to be in a crossover, but they only did that with the comic books. And then they had this whole thing in Chucky, Bride of Chucky, where they showed all of their masks and weapons in a freaking locker. Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be so fucking sick if they did that. God, I wish they would.
I don't know, man. Cinematic universes don't really do that well nowadays.
Speaking of which, the next question was from Nicholas Walker, saying thoughts on the MCU movies being pushed to next year, and the first time since 2009 that no Marvel movies are being released.
Thank God. I'm tired.
Yeah.
There's no Marvel movies coming out next year?
No,
What?
like this year. None.
Yeah, good. Honestly, I just want to rest from them.
Yeah.
Just because it's like after you finish with Endgame, it's just like, okay, guys.
It has "end" in the title.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won.
I think people are going to be less excited for the movies and more excited for the shows, because the shows seem like they're going to be like more interesting for what they're doing.
Exactly. I mean, like, also like rest in peace, like Chadwick Boseman passed away too, so it's just like, you know, that he's gone, sadly. But so they have to either recast Black Panther or get like another person to take over the mantle of Black Panther, what they've done in the comic books. But then it's just like, again, I'm just not in a state of just like, oh, Black Widow movie, whatever, like, because like every other Marvel movie, it was just like, oh, I can either enjoy it by itself, but it's also leading up to something, and it's like, oh, fuck, I can't believe I waited like a freaking decade plus for this to like lead up to this finale, and now it's just I've had my finale, I'm full, I'm satisfied. You don't have all this other stuff bonus.
They really
all right,
they should take a break for a little while.
yeah.
You know?
But
really
money.
Disney.
Why
Disney.
did you sound like Mona Lisa from
I
Parks
was
and Rec.
going for that.
That's what you're going for.
Money,
please.
Money, please.
Oh,
Money.
what? Okay, this
What?
is interesting development. Malik Webster said that the Chuck E. Cheese movie from 1999 was the
God.
first thing that Funimation ever produced. What?
Oh my god.
Wow, that is some.
That
shit.
is definitely a video you got to do. That's so
That's some
weird.
history. What ruined Funimation? The Chuck E. Cheese movie.
It's like, oh no,
right.
Toonjay said
It's all
Funimation
downhill
dubbed
from
Dragon
there.
Ball in 1995, so
Yeah.
They have a storied history.
Damn.
but it's still weird that it's Funimation.
Oh,
All right.
just a really quick thing. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Go ahead.
What? Oh no, I was about to end the thing. So
Okay.
you go ahead.
Oh, the co-founder of Blizzard, he left from Activision Blizzard along with his wife and a lot of Blizzard talent that made like Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm and StarCraft 2. And they started a new company called Dreamhaven, I believe, and their like whole mission statement and whatnot sounds like they are just trying to be old Blizzard. And I was
Whoa,
like, that
what?
sounds mad
Interesting.
interesting.
When they
They're
launched,
working.
When
So
did
what?
this happen?
I don't know. I just watched a video on it like
Oh.
today.
That sounds sick.
Yeah, apparently they're working on the first thing. I mean, it's gonna take a while, but I'm just like,
Activision buying Blizzard was the worst thing to happen to that fucking company.
you are correct. But yeah, that's interesting. A lot of Blizzard old heads are apparently leaving the company, and joining this guy's company.
Anything that makes Bobby Kotick's life worse is a net positive for the rest of the
Mhm.
I don't
found
say
out
that
that
in jest. I mean that completely seriously.
Activision and Blizzard started working together, right? Like around the time Cataclysm came out. I was like, that explains
So
much. Like,
Well, what an appropriate title for Warcraft's expansion.
right.
That was
yeah,
a secret cry for help from the developers.
Yeah. What's nice is that the co-founder of Blizzard and his wife are freaking loaded, so they can like fund this company for a long while before they need to get some
until Microsoft buys it.
investors. Right. But that's cool. I mean, like, nothing's gonna happen out of
Warcraft
it.
2.
Nothing's gonna happen out of it immediately. But like 7 years down the road, when I'm like 90 years old, they'll be like, "Oh, cool, World of Warcraft."
90 years old in 7 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the rate we're all aging in this social environment.
That's honestly what the internet makes me feel like. Anyway, I feel like every year is like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a dog now?
Yeah. Right. dog. I've been a dog. You a dog too, dog.
Black don't crack, bro. Dog.
Editman in the chat said like they were supposed to be like the anti-Activision, like what Activision was when they was supposed to be after they left Atari back in the day. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Activision was a group of people who left Atari because they didn't what was happening at Atari.
They were the first third-party developer ever.
Yeah.
Oh, is that real?
Yeah.
Interesting. How the turns have tabled. Wow, I actually
turns
said that.
I thought you were
said that
joking.
You should have committed.
Oh,
to
you
the
were
bit.
saying
You
it's
should
a
have
joke?
committed to the bit.
Yeah, you could have.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Actually, it's like ran with it. Like,
Yeah, you really should have.
Oh my god, please.
Everyone knows you are.
Before we close out here, got one more super chat from Delay18 saying, if only this was episode 128, so it'll be fun of reference to Mario 128 since Mario is on the thumbnail. Also, Mario 35 is out this Thursday. Yeah, that's right. It's like the Battle Royale Mario game. That'll be fun to play.
Only for a limited amount of time.
Yeah, which is another weird thing.
Like,
5 minutes.
I still want to try it out since it's so. But yeah, thanks for coming out to the POS podcast. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks on, let's see.
One of them days.
One of those
October
days.
12th? Yeah, October 12th. We'll be celebrating Hero and Saber's birthdays because those would have been passed at the time.
Yeah.
One more year closer.
Are you a bleach?
7 years older.
I'm a bleach.
Yeah, 7
whatever
years
they're called.
older. You'll be that much closer to 40.
Woo! Wait, you're 33? 32?
It'll be 32, right?
32,
Saber's
I
gonna be
think.
32.
I'll be 49.
49, jeez.
Oh, you look good for your age.
Thank you.
Are you going to be doing like cartoon reviews of 49?
I'm gonna stop at 69.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Ugh.
All right. Bye,
Good night,
everybody.
y'all.
We'll see you next time.
Bye,
Bye.
Nate.
Johnny.